I would argue, and this is just subjectively me speaking, that life experience is probably, if not one of the most crucial character traits that one must acquire if they want to succeed in life. It's usually the people that don't have life experience that end up quitting because it's not perfect, because it's not this fantasy fucking picture that they fantasized about. How to attract or gravitate towards people of quality. I'm always gonna answer the same question, not even this question. Every question that like my clients ask me, Eddie, how this, how that, how can I get my, my spouse to join? How can I get my children to join? How can I get my sibling? How can I? You're always going to express whatever it is that you want or expect from people by doing it yourself tenfold. So when I get that question, how do you attract or gravitate towards quality people? You have to become that person first. You have to have character of quality. You have to be a person of value. You have to increase your self-worth, right? I don't just walk into these rooms. I don't just fly across country or out of the country, to put myself in these masterminds and in these rooms, which I'm just coming from, without having value to provide, right? Look how I'm dressed. Look how I'm dressed in my bandana print clothes with my event shirt on, hat, some Air Forces, right? And it's because it's not about the person that I am pretending to be. It's not about the looks that I am trying to gravitate or attract people with. It's who I am. It's where I can talk, how I can think, right? How I carry myself. You understand that? So many people don't understand that they have to go into self-discovery in order to self-actualize the person you want to be, the person you want to attract, or the person you want to gravitate towards, or the people, right? Plural. You're not, so many people dream or desire a business that they want to grow, this passion project that they want to start to, put out there without becoming the person that's going to be able to drive that vehicle up, right? So many people want to have this dream relationship, right? Without becoming that person first. You have to understand that when you expect something, right, out of an entity, which is a business, relationship, anything that involves more than just yourself, right? How do you expect that entity to grow or even mold? Let's just say, how do you expect the entity to come together if half of that entity, which is you, right, it's not fully built? How flimsy of an entity is that gonna be? Relationship, how flimsy is that relationship gonna be? How flimsy is that business plan gonna be? People think, I'm gonna start this business, right? First time I've ever started a business, I'm going to succeed. You are going to have to start enough businesses. You are going to have enough jobs to acquire enough skill sets to fail enough to know what it is to run a real business. If you're on the fence about starting a business because you want to, learn everything you need to learn without acquiring the life experience and you want to perfect this, you're in for a fucking treat because that's not going to happen. There's going to be endeavors, there's going to be people, there's going to be relationships in your life that unfortunately are just casualties, which I'm going to speak about in the next video, right? But you have to become the person that is going to drive that vehicle. You can't just expect to drive this vehicle to the top when you started in the back seat riding bitch, right? You're going to have to ride co-pilot. You might have to see how, every job I've ever had, I never think of like, damn, you know what? I hate this fucking job. This job is not for me, right? Obviously, not perfect. There's been jobs that I've had that I've been frustrated with, but I've always thought of, I've just always been in like very intuitive with shit. And I used to think like, damn, what is it that this job can teach me? I remember when I first got released from prison, I was working at a body shop. Don't know shit about fucking cars, but I used to ask myself, Eddie, what is it that I can learn from being in this body shop? You know what that was? Hospitality to the customers. So I used to come back here and I'm over here sanding cars down, buffing them down, right? Taking pieces apart and putting them up and doing all type of shit with them. They know what the fuck I was doing, right? But when the customer will walk into that garage door, I will serve them. Ironically, I got a job at a gym next as a trainer, but guess what? I'm also working front door. I am selling fitness plans. I am getting on the floor. I am coaching. What does all that have to do with? Hospitality. So many people direct all their energy into everything that they do not like about their circumstance, right? If you are in the growing process, not if you're just wanting to stay there stuck. Oh, I'm gonna just stay right here. Right? I'm just gonna stay here and I'm just gonna, accept that I'm too fucking lazy to put in the work. No, if you are in your growing process and you happen to land at a job, you happen to land or be in a certain circumstance where you're forced to learn something, fucking learn. Fucking learn. Become that person of quality first. Become a person that's gonna be able to provide value, right? Increase your self-worth. I would argue, and this is just subjectively me speaking, right? That life experience is probably, if not one of the most crucial character traits that one must acquire if they want to succeed in life. It's usually the people that don't have life experience that end up quitting too soon, right? Because it's not perfect. Because it's not this fantasy fucking picture that they fantasized about, right? Become a person of quality by going through the storm, walking out of it stronger, more durable, more weathered, to walk into the next storm, to be able to be more durable, to last a little bit longer, to fight a little bit harder, right? And accumulate that life experience. Then obviously you got other factors, book smarts, you hire coaches, you work on your physical, right? But so many people are so afraid to take that first step. Oh man, I want to start with this coach, because what if it doesn't work? What if you don't work it? And you're never gonna know the courage that you have to build until you get into enough shit to fail and say, damn, you know what? Makes sense now. I've gone through enough programs. I've tried enough shit to know what actually works. Now it's time to become the person who's going to stick to some shit and actually succeed. And that's all going to come from the life experience that you're going to acquire. And that's all going to help you, right? Become a person of value, become a person of quality, to now attract and gravitate towards the people that you desire. And that's how you gravitate and attract people of quality.